They bow to you in public, they fear you in private. And if you ever try to leave, they take a finger as a reminder that you never truly can. Most people think the Yakuza is a myth, a movie invention, a Japanese fantasy dressed up in tattoos and suits. They are wrong. The Yakuza is the largest and oldest organized crime syndicate on the face of this earth. At its peak, it had over 180,000 members, operating openly with office buildings, business cards, and monthly newsletters. Police knew who they were. Government officials shook their hands, and yet they were untouchable. Today, you are going to live every single rank inside this ancient and terrifying organization. From a homeless boy on the street with nothing, all the way to the man whose name alone makes entire cities go quiet. Every rank has a price. Every level has a cost. And some of those costs you'll never be able to pay back. Rank 1, the Chinpia Street Punk. Level 1, the Chinpir. He, bottom. The dirt, you are nobody. You grew up with nothing, no money, no family connections, no future that anyone around you could see. Maybe you were an orphan. Maybe your father was already in prison. Maybe you just fell through every crack that society had to offer until one day a man in a sharp suit noticed you fighting in an alley and said 3 words that changed everything. Come with me. Now you run, you fetch, you fight when told to fight. You stand on corners for 12 hours collecting small debts from people who are already poor. You are the muscle that nobody respects yet. You get paid almost nothing. You eat what is left over. You sleep where there is space. But here is the thing about being at the very bottom. You are invisible. And invisible means you are watching everything. Every move the men above you make, every mistake, every opportunity. You are studying this organization from the inside, and nobody even knows you are paying attention. But here's the first question I want you to think about. If you were a Chinpira right now, with nothing but your hunger in your eyes, what would you be watching? Drop your answer in the comments. Because the men who answered that question correctly are the ones who made it to the next level. RANK 2, the Wakashu Junior Member. Level 2, the Wakashu. You have been noticed. A senior member has taken you under his wing. In the Yakuza, this relationship is everything. It is called the Oyaban-Koban bond. Father and child. He is your Oyaban, your father figure, your boss, your protector. And you are his Koban, his child, his responsibility, his investment. He teaches you the code. The Yakuza is not a gang. It has rules older than most governments. You do not steal from civilians. You do not harm women or children. You do not use drugs. You sell them, but you do not use them. You settle disputes through negotiation before violence. You protect your territory, but you do not expand without permission. You bow deeply to every senior member you pass. You speak only when spoken to in meetings. You carry yourself with discipline at all times, because your behavior reflects directly on your Oyaban. One embarrassment, and he loses face. And a man who loses face in the Yakuza loses everything. You are now earning real money for the first time. Small amounts, but real. And for the first time in your life, someone powerful is standing behind you. When trouble comes, and it always comes, your Oyaban steps in front of it. That feeling of protection, of belonging, of finally having a family, that is the most dangerous thing the Yakuza ever gives you. Because once you feel it, you will do anything to keep it. Rank 3, the Shate, younger brother, full member. Level 3, the Shate. You are now a full member of the family. A ceremony was held. Sake was poured into 2 cups, one for your Oyaban, one for you. You drank together. That drink sealed something that no court, no lawyer, and no government can undo. You are bound to this family for life, and the family is bound to you. Your tattoos begin now. Not small tattoos, full body irizumi, traditional Japanese tattoo art that covers your back, your chest, your arms, your legs. Each design tells your story. Koi fish for perseverance. Dragons for strength. Cherry blossoms for the beauty and fragility of life. These tattoos take years to complete and cost more than most people earn in a decade, but they are not decoration. They are a declaration. They tell every person who sees them exactly who you are, what family you belong to, and what you are willing to endure. Because irizumi is done by hand, needle by needle, and the pain is extraordinary. But you sit through every session without flinching. Because in the Yakuza, how you handle pain tells everyone everything they need to know about how you will handle everything else. Now pause for a second. Between the Chinpira with nothing, the Wakashu with his first loyalty, and the Shate with his permanent commitment, which rank do you think is the most dangerous moment in a Yakuza member's life? Think about it. The answer comes later in this video, and it might surprise you. Rank for the Kyodai elder brother, senior member. Level 4, the Kyodai elder brother. You have been a shate for years. You have handled jobs that were never written down and never spoken about again. You have proven your loyalty not once, not twice, but dozens of times in situations where loyalty was the only thing standing between you and disaster. Now you have junior members of your own, younger brothers who look at you the way you once looked at the men above you, with hunger, respect, and a careful study of every move you make. You are a middle manager of violence and money. You coordinate operations. You resolve disputes within your crew. When two junior members have a conflict over territory or money, they come to you. Your word ends the argument. And if your word is ignored, you have the authority to make the consequences very clear. You are also the bridge between the street and the leadership above you. You filter information up and orders down. You protect the senior leadership from direct exposure to the dirty work, and you protect your junior members from the full weight of decisions that are made far above their understanding. You are the most important layer in the entire organization, and almost nobody outside the family has ever heard your name. That invisibility is not a weakness. At this level, it is your greatest strength. Rank 5, the Shatiga assistant boss. Underboss of a crew, level 5. The Shatiga, you now run an entire crew. Not a corner, not a block. A crew of dozens of men who answer directly to you. Your operation spans multiple territories, gambling dens, construction contracts, protection rackets, entertainment businesses, and financial operations that on the surface look completely legitimate. Because the modern Yakuza does not live in the shadows the way Hollywood wants you to believe. It lives in boardrooms. It lives in real estate offices. It lives in the entertainment industry and the banking sector and the political donation records of some of the most powerful men in Japan. You sit at meetings where suits are worn and business cards are exchanged, and every single person in the room knows exactly what is really being discussed, and nobody says it out loud. This is where real power starts to feel different. It is quieter. It is colder. It is more dangerous than anything you experienced on the street, because the stakes are no longer just your life. They are the livelihoods of hundreds of people who depend on the decisions you make in rooms that do not officially exist. Rank 6, the Wakagashira number 2 overall, Underboss level 6. The Wakagashira second in command of the entire organization. There is only one man above you now. One. And everyone in the organization, every crew boss, every senior member, every junior soldier, knows that you are the man who will one day sit in that final chair. You are the operations chief. The Oyaban sets the vision and the philosophy. You make it happen. Every major crew boss in the organization reports to you. Every significant decision that is below the Oyaban's level of attention lands on your desk. You manage the internal politics of an organization that is essentially a nation unto itself, with its own laws, its own courts, its own economy, and its own foreign policy, with rival organizations across Japan and around the world. But here is the truth about being number 2 that nobody tells you when you are climbing. Being number 2 means you carry all the weight and receive none of the glory. If things go well, the Oyaban is praised. If things go badly, you answer for it. You are the buffer between the throne and the storm. And the storm, at this level, is always coming from somewhere. Now here is the question that has been sitting in this video since the beginning. Remember when I asked which rank is the most dangerous moment? The answer is this one. Not the street. Not the beginning. Right here, one step from the top, is where more Yakuza men have been betrayed, removed, and disappeared than at any other level. Because everyone below you wants your position. And the one man above you is watching very carefully to make sure you never forget who put you here. Rank 7, the Oyaban the boss, the father level 7. The Oyaban the father. The boss. The one name that is spoken in this organization with a reverence that has no equivalent in the Western world. You are not just a crime boss. You are a patriarch, a philosopher, a judge, a god within the world you have built. Your word is not law, it is beyond law. It exists in a space that no government has ever been able to fully reach or fully understand. You do not run operations. You have not touched anything directly connected to crime in so many years that even the most aggressive prosecutor in Japan cannot build a case that sticks. You give speeches about loyalty and honor and the ancient warrior code of the samurai, and 10,000 men who would die for you listen in absolute silence. You mediate disputes between rival families with the calm authority of a man who has seen everything and fears nothing. Politicians visit you quietly. Business leaders seek your blessing before major transactions. And the police, who know exactly who you are and exactly what your organization does, treat you with a careful, grudging respect born from decades of understanding that you are not a problem to be solved. You are a permanent feature of the landscape. You have survived things that would have destroyed any normal man. Prison, war with rival organizations, government crackdowns, betrayals from men you loved like sons. And through all of it you remained. Because the Oibon is not just the strongest man, he is the most patient, the most disciplined, the most willing to play the longest game. You sit at the top of an empire that is older than most countries. And the weight of it, the absolute, suffocating, magnificent weight of it is yours alone to carry. Every single day for the rest of your life. 7 ranks, 7 lives. One organization that has outlasted empires, survived wars, and written its own rules for over 300 years. The Yakuza did not build its power through chaos, it built it through discipline, loyalty, and a code of conduct so strict that breaking it costs you a finger, literally. From a street boy with nothing to the father of an empire that governance feared to fully challenge, this was your life inside the Yakuza. Every rank, every sacrifice, every price. Now I want to know, which rank would you have stopped at? And which rank do you think has the highest price? Tell me in the comments, because the next organization we are entering makes the Yakuza look like a gentleman-esque club. Subscribe to Dark Ranks, you do not want to miss what comes next.